Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome back to the third episode of Mike's versus Alfie drafts. Obviously, you guys need to check out, if you haven't already, the all-time Premier League draft and the all-time Champions League draft, because then it gets you a real gist of the rules already. However, if you guys don't know the rules, let me take you through them. So this one is obviously the players that have never won the Premier League. They can never have won it. We went through this a little briefly off camera. That means they can never win it at any club. Any club. So, for example, Alfie said De Bruyne. He didn't win it at Chelsea, but he won it at Man City, so it doesn't count. Because it would have been the same for Mohamed Salah, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he won it at Chelsea. But
No, I don't think he was. I don't think he was part of the team that won it in 2014-15. I think he was on loan at Fiorentina.
Yeah, he was. He was. So yeah, those players can't be picked. It has to be strictly players that have never won it. But yeah, as you guys know, back with Alfie. Alfie jumped on again. Big up to Alfie as always. His link is in the title as well. So subscribe to him if you haven't already for elite ball knowledge, as it says below his name. But go and watch the previous drafts to know why he's put that in below his name. Honestly,
Undisputed, bruv.
two players per club. And obviously people that have never won the Premier League before. Okay, Alfie. Rock, paper, scissors again. See you guys
Yep.
first. All right.
Okay.
Rock,
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, fuck off. All right. Well, all right. That means I've got to pick the formation. Do we go with something different? I'm gonna keep it fair. Stick with 4-3-3. Be boring. It's gonna, because this ain't the draft to be experimenting.
Oh fuck!
What?
That rules out my striker partnership.
You had a partnership in mind. This guy's been deep in it. I went for a piss and to get water. This guy's been thinking of players. This guy's already ahead. That's my excuse. You're first though, so go ahead.
Well, while you were doing what you needed to do, I already said that there was one player I wanted to get in early doors, and I picked him as one of the players in my Premier League draft. If you haven't watched already, possibly the greatest player to play in the Premier League who's never won the Premier League. Steven Gerrard.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to win this one. I didn't want you to have him.
Came close on 2 occasions. Obviously, the most memorable one being 13-14, the slip against Chelsea, Istanbul.
Yep.
I just feel like even with the slip, the thing that lost it for them was the game at Selhurst.
Do you know what it was though? Do you remember though? They had to win that by a huge amount of goal difference. Like even in that game, because they were picking up the ball where they scored like 2 goals. So they pretty much lost it before that. Because even though they had bottled that game, they had pretty much lost the league even when Crystal Palace scored 2 goals. But it just made it worse. The cherry on top was when they equalised. So I know it was like Istanbul and all that, but like they had lost it before that. Like, and that's the thing. Do you know what it is as well? I want to say this. I don't blame players for slipping because what the fuck are they meant to do? Like, there's nothing you can really avoid. You can't avoid slipping. Slipping happens on a football pitch. I don't get that with people. I get that's a stigma that people have on Gerrard, but that's kind of what people remember him for. But he was he did so much in the Premier League. He deserved to win something. Like the teams they had around him. That's why I put him first in the Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard debates all the time. So obviously, fantastic pick. And do you know what? Because I've done no fucking research. I've done no thinking into this. I'm gonna be lazy and pick someone from that team. I'm not letting you have 2 Liverpool players from that team that were top. So I'm going to go with someone that I picked in the Premier League draft. Luis Suarez. My striker. Because I have to.
He took the piss that season.
That was his season.
He took the piss. He got banned for 7 games for biting Ivanovic and then come out the season winning the Golden Boot. Like, how dare you?
Yeah, how greedy.
How dare you be that good?
How greedy. How greedy. I can't do the voice. But
How
Yuck!
dare you?
Like, that was his season.
Yeah.
That was his season. The way, like, the first goal comes into mind was the goal against Newcastle. The goal
No,
against, I think it was against Newcastle.
that was the season before.
Was that the season before?
Where you're talking about the one where Jose Enrique pinged it and he took it around the keeper.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, it was.
You might be thinking of the goal that he scored against Norwich.
Yeah, it was Norwich. He bullied Norwich, by the way.
He always bullied Norwich. I think he's the only player in Premier League history to score a hat-trick on 3 different occasions against the same team.
That's bullying. That's not fair.
That's child abuse.
That is definitely child abuse. That's just bullying. That's at that point, like, you put them on tag or put them in prison. Like, that is ridiculous. But onto your second pick.
No, it's your pick because you haven't. Oh yeah, you've picked Suarez.
You picked Suarez, bro.
Now, because I can't have both of them, because you've picked a
Yep.
4-3-3 formation, I
Yep.
feel like it's only right that I go with one of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with the smaller out of the two.
Jermaine
Defoe.
Do you know what? I don't know why I'm saying fuck. I picked Suarez up front, but yeah, go on. Defoe was amazing.
Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah, Defoe was amazing, bro.
I just feel like if he was a better team, he might have actually won the Premier League.
Yeah.
Like if he'd have gone to a City or a Chelsea or a United, he might have actually been a Premier League winner.
Oh yeah,
but I feel one of the things that sticks out to me was obviously the 5 goals he scored against Wigan in that 9-1 win. Crouch was pissed off with him after that because he was like, "Bro, you could have at least let me have one."
Oh yeah, I remember that. Like, Crouch and Defoe. That was the best partnership. One of the best partnerships we've seen. Not the best, fucking no, but one of the best partnerships we've seen in the Premier League. And especially the best partnership that didn't win anything. I can't think of it apart from Suarez and Sturridge. That's what up there, but it's them two really. Those are the two partnerships.
Yeah.
If we're sticking on the theme of Tottenham, again, I picked this guy in my last one. I cannot let this slip. I wanted to pick him in my first one, and that was Gareth Bale. I'm not letting him go. And Gareth Bale has appeared in every draft we've done so far, but again, like, what more do I need to say about this guy?
I think the fact that he's made an appearance in each of the drafts that we've made just shows how good of a player Gareth Bale was.
Yeah. Probably the best British player, technically. In terms of British, it's either him or Rooney.
Or Giggs.
Or Giggs. But with Bale, he was signed at left back. Nobody, like, if you actually listen to anyone that watched him or managed him or played with him, nobody saw this player was going to become what he was. But his application turned up in the next few years. That game against Inter Milan was the first time properly introduced to Gareth Bale. It gave Mike
what a performance.
It was an absolute nightmare for Maicon. And he was ridiculous. He ended up at right wing. He pretty much scored the same goal about 1 million times in the 2012-13 season or 13-14. His last season at Tottenham, where he played on the right and he just kept banging in the goals. He scored the same goal multiple times.
I remember I saw a clip from Rio Ferdinand's podcast, the episode he did with Kyle Walker. And Kyle Walker said that every time he hit the ball that season, it ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Without fail.
Oh, yeah, like, it was effortless. It was effortless for him.
I think the 3 goals that season that stand out to me would probably be the one against West Ham, the one against Southampton that went in the bottom left, and the one on the final day of the season against Sunderland.
I actually agree with that top 3 in general, because the first one that came to mind after West Ham was the Southampton one, because that was ridiculous.
I think the Sunderland one was better than the Southampton one simply because of the way the ball had come to him. It dropped to him. He kind of flicked it up. He let it trickle down his chest. He shimmied to the left again, and just curled it top left.
Yeah, only he could like not only him, but like a rarity of a special kind of footballer could do that.
Yeah.
A special kind of footballer, like someone of that ability. But onto your third pick, my guy. Like,
I'm going to go with an Arsenal player. I
mm,
didn't expect to use an Arsenal player this soon,
hmm
but I feel like my, it's going to be quite difficult because obviously Arsenal haven't won the Premier League since '04,
yeah.
and there's been a lot of good players in the Arsenal teams down the years
Oh fuck!
that that have never won the Premier League.
I know who you're picking. I think.
And I'm going to go on the left-hand side, Theo Walcott.
Oh, Walcott. Okay, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, yeah. Do you know I'm stupid. Do you know I was thinking
Oh,
Cesc
fuck,
Fabregas.
no. Fuck.
Do you know whoever you've forgotten? Yeah, I probably don't remember. So you're
I've,
probably
I've,
fine.
I've just got to hope that you do not pick him.
I don't think I will
I'm,
because
I'm,
I'll know him.
I'm praying to the football gods that you are not going to pick this guy.
Do you know who I thought you were gonna say? Yeah, I thought because I'm stupid. I forgot he won it at Chelsea. Says
Yeah,
Fabregas.
Fabregas, yeah.
I forgot Fabregas won it at Chelsea. So twice. Won it at Chelsea twice.
That hurts as well because I
Yeah,
remember
it should have been
the
back
game
to you.
when Hazard spun Francis Coquelin.
Yeah.
Fabregas dinked it over Czech in the same game.
Do you know how mad that sentence is in general? Fabregas dinked it over Czech. That sentence isn't meant to happen the other way around.
Exactly. Exactly. The fact that Czech was playing for Arsenal and Fabregas at Chelsea. We're the main reason why Fabregas ended up at Chelsea. He wanted to come back to
Yeah,
Arsenal, but we didn't want him.
Arsene
How
Wenger
fucking
is.
stupid were we?
Do you know how many? Can I be honest here? I think Arsene Wenger is a sick coach here, but the amount of times I've heard him be like, "Oh, we could have signed this player for Arsenal. We could have signed this player for Arsenal." Bro, just sign. You should have signed them.
The
Like as
guy
much as
tried bidding. The guy tried bidding 40 million and £1 for Luis Suarez. Who does
that
that?
was that was the board though. Because the board upstairs, they're stingy.
Yeah,
Like you
Kroenke's a
guys could.
fucking idiot. I'll keep saying
He
it.
was he was like, "Oh, we could have got Kante, but we got Xhaka." Remember when you could have got Kante? You could have got Kante. You could have had a lot of players.
I remember seeing. I can't remember whose video it was on. I think it might have been an FNG video, but he showed a tweet from a Middlesbrough fan
Mm,
back when Kante was at that Con team in France,
yeah.
and a Middlesbrough fan relayed it onto the Middlesbrough board of directors and was like, and the scouts and was like, you should get this player before Arsene Wenger gets him.
hmm
And he ended up at Leicester, and look what happened there.
Yeah. That's peak.
Not
But if
only
we're
did he
thinking
win
of
the league, not only did Kante win the league with Leicester, he left Leicester the
oh,
next
joking.
season and brought the league with him.
Yeah, the league didn't leave him.
No,
That was amazing. If we're sticking on the theme of Arsenal, I've got to pick someone I've previously picked. But I can at least I can pick him in his right position this time. Well, his proper position because I didn't do that properly in the first draft. I'm going to complete my front three early because there's a lot of options in attack, but most of those options that I never won a Premier League are up front. There's a lot of great strikers that haven't won it. But I want to pick Alexis Sanchez because he was one of the best at his time that never won a Premier League. So whatever pick that you missed out on, you can pick now.
cool. I'm actually happy that you haven't picked him because I can stick him straight in my number 10 position.
Yeah, I know who you're saying. I was considering
Mesut
it.
Ozil. Mesut Ozil.
I was considering it. He's amazing. He was amazing on his day, wasn't he?
Brilliant. I think that one of the last performances I remember Mesut Ozil putting in was that performance against Leicester in Emery's only full season.
Yeah.
Mainly the little dummy that he did over the ball. It come through to Lacazette. Lacazette played it back to him. He dinked it over the keeper, and Aubameyang scored. it was like only Özil could create moments like that on his day.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was a very honest day player at Arsenal. He just felt so complacent with football. Is what it felt like. Obviously, what
Now
could have
he's
been, what
hench,
could have been.
bro.
Yes, yeah, I haven't seen many pictures of him, but
Everyone's like he should fight Torres on Misfits.
that would be funny. That is, sure, boxing's gonna go there.
It wouldn't be too far fetched. I mean, Danny Aaron's has just fought Danny Simpson.
Yeah, yeah, that is ridiculous in itself. By the way, someone who we can't pick is this draft because he won the Premier League.
Exactly.
Can't even pick fucking Danny Simpson.
We can't even pick Cambiasso because he was in the Leicester team that won the league.
He wasn't. You can't pick Cambiasso. He was in the 14-15 season. They didn't.
No, he was still at Leicester the season after.
I don't think he was. I think he was only there one season because
I think he was still in the squad.
Was he in the squad? Because no, he was only there. He left in 2015.
Okay.
He was only there for one season, bro. So you can pick Cambiasso if you really want to. I mean, he was good for one season, but the thing is, a few options have come to my head, but I'm gonna take the risk again of hopefully you haven't thought about picking them. Wait, is it my go or your go? No, you picked Ozil.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a struggle because I think defenders as well. I'm going to struggle because there's a lot of great attackers that never won the Premier League, that never won it, and I've picked my front three. So I'm going to complete my Tottenham pick and go with another former Real Madrid player, Luka Modric again. I'm going Luka Modric again. I might as well. Like, why not?
I feel like with Modric, if he'd have stayed and he was in that Spurs team under Poch, something might have been done there.
Yeah, they could have done a madness.
Like, it might have been enough to get them over the line against Liverpool in the Champions League final. It could have pushed them onto a title the season Leicester won it. I feel like Modric in that team, he just makes things out of nothing. I mean, there was points when Modric. What? Oh, have you forgotten someone?
No, I just thought of someone. Carry on.
Yeah, I was just saying there was times when Modric was at Spurs where they wouldn't even pass him because he was so close to the midfielders for the opposition team. But he could just make something out of nothing that, like, you weren't even worried if you gave him the ball.
Mm-hmm. All right, on to your pick, bro. On to your fifth pick.
I'm going to go with the centre back.
Oh, thank God.
And I'm going to go with a player that you picked in the previous draft. Won the Champions League with Chelsea, but didn't win the Premier League. Thiago Silva.
That's a great pick. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough, man. He was still great at Chelsea, even at his age.
He was a shining light amongst mediocrity.
Yeah.
For a number of years at Chelsea.
It literally took him last season for him to fall off because in the previous seasons he was amazing. And don't get me wrong, under Tuchel it helped because he played three at the back.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why they won the Champions League, by the way. Rudiger, Christensen, Silva it wasn't because of their attack, for God's sakes, because they had Mount Havertz and Werner up front. It was their defence and midfield.
Yeah.
Chilwell and James on the wing backs, Jorginho, Kante, or Kovacic, either two of the three in front of that back three, with Mendy in goal, who was sick that season. Thiago Silva was so crucial to that. They couldn't be beat. I remember when they beat Atletico Madrid, I was like, they've won the Champions League. Because I couldn't see them being beat. Because they only really got absolutely spattered against West Brom. Where, ironically, Thiago Silva got sent off in that game. But that was just an odd game, though. That was football lockdown summed up.
Yeah, lockdown was just crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just weird.
You had Liverpool losing 7-2. You come back from 3-0 down against Tottenham.
Yeah, you came back from 3-0 down against us.
Yeah, you had Leicester turn up at the Etihad and batter them.
Yeah. The 6-1 at Old Trafford.
Yeah, the
The one
6-1
from
at Old
Tottenham.
Trafford, and then obviously you had who else was it? Trying to think of who else.
Well, who else was good?
Allison obviously scoring against West Brom.
Ancelotti was manager of Everton. Um,
James Rodriguez was turning up at Goodison Park.
yeah. Sam Allardyce came back to try and bring back West Brom. What's it called?
Bilic was at West Brom.
Yeah, Bilic got sacked from West Brom for drawing with Man City, which is
That ain't
ridiculous.
even a bad result.
That's a great result.
If
At
you're
the end,
West, if you're
by the way.
West Brom,
Mm,
that's a brilliant result.
yeah. You know what's funny? You know who was in that West Brom team? Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Conor Gallagher, and Mateus Pereira. Remember Mateus
Where's
Pereira?
Where's he? Where's he
He
gone
went to
now?
Saudi. He went to Saudi.
Oh,
He was linked with West Ham
cop
because we
out.
couldn't get Lingard on a perm, so we tried to get Mateus Pereira. He went to Saudi. Lingard, by the way, was another one of lockdown football. You can pick your Lingard if you really want to. I'm not going to. I'm going with this guy, and I think I've found a fucking gem, and I'm very proud of myself for picking this guy because this guy didn't play for a Big Six club, but he was deemed as one of the best in the position in this era, and was never ever going to win the Premier League. Never, because he played for Everton. Left back, Leighton Baines.
Oh,
That's tell me that isn't a great pick.
oh, you cheeky bastard.
Bro, when this guy came to Upton Park, I was just shook because him, Coleman, and Lukaku destroyed us every time. This guy used to piss me off. He scored
I
free
feel
kicks.
like Baines was England's best left back after Ashley Cole.
Yeah, at the time, definitely.
I might be wrong in that, but
No,
for
you're
me,
wrong.
Leighton Baines was class.
There was no one else. We didn't have anyone else. We didn't have anyone else.
We
Who
still
are the other
don't
left
have
backs
anyone
on?
else.
We still don't have any left backs. We don't have any left backs. We've been struggling for it's like when Germany and Belgium, they never had any left backs. I can't think of the last Belgium left back. I can't. I don't even think I've seen a Belgian left back that's a proper left back. Not someone that can play there, like a Vermaelen and Vertonghen, where they had it back in the day. But
Yeah,
like they could play there, but they didn't. They weren't left backs. Like they're
no.
still struggling with that now. Like we had that with England, but Leighton Baines, honestly, that era of Everton was like weirdly sensational. There's a lot of, by the way, I just thought of a lot of midfielders that you can pick. I've just thought of a lot, but
I've already got one that's going to complete my midfield three.
do you know what? I'm kind of actually I probably should have gone with another midfielder because I have a feeling you're going to pick who I was going to pick. But let's get on to that. If you're going to pick him,
He's been banned for doping.
oh shit! I
The
was thinking
dad
about
merchant
him.
himself, Paul Pogba.
That's a fantastic pick. I
On
love
his
that.
day, Paul Pogba was class. There's
Yeah.
no denying that. Whether he was at Juventus or whether he was at Manchester United, on his day, Paul Pogba was a fantastic midfielder who anyone would be grateful to have in their team.
Oh, but for sure. Like I'm sorry. I would defend Paul Pogba to the max. I don't care. I'd hate Manchester
Yeah,
United with
fuck you,
all the
Graham
football.
Souness.
with everything in my heart, I hate Manchester United. But Paul Pogba, like, I'm not even one of them people that like, oh, but he needs this, this, and this. It was simple as this, where he was a sacrifice for all the other players that went for 100 million after him. Where basically
Yeah,
nowadays we have a lot of players now that will go for 100 million that are actually good players, but because of the standard of 100 million, you expect a lot more. The problem is with Paul Pogba. Patrice Evra recently said this on the overlap as well. It was even when like he should have never gone back to Man United. He should have stayed at Juventus and waited for a time where he could find a way to negotiate with Real Madrid in hindsight.
yeah,
And what Evra said was a great point at the time. The club put too much on him because they wanted an advertisement. They wanted the whole Pogba stuff, the way they got
yeah,
Stormzy as the
yeah,
announcement and the
yeah.
Adidas thing and all that. It was too much of a commercial thing when they weren't thinking from a footballing angle. I remember Ole Gunnar Solskjaer played this guy off the fucking left. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer played this guy off the left. He was actually the best. Funny enough, him and Mourinho used to clash, yeah. But he was the best under Mourinho.
Oh my
He's
god, yeah, that clash at training.
Yeah, but under Man United, he was the best. He was at his best under Mourinho, where he was
Yeah,
playing with Matic and Herrera. But they didn't ever sign a proper number 6 when Matic was running out of legs.
He scored in the Europa League final in his first season, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Alana was in goal, funnily enough.
Yeah. Even I remember that 2021 Euros. He was the best French player. Like, they were shit, yeah. I remember that game against Switzerland where him and Xhaka were both having 10 out of 10 performances. He absolutely had a masterclass that smacked it from outside the box again.
And then did about 6 celebrations.
Oh yeah, of course. He spammed the FIFA controller like mad. But he was class, man. On the ball, like, just, oh man. He destroyed West Ham every time we faced it. Every time we faced him, it was fucking ridiculous. But I would defend Paul Pogba to the core. That's an amazing pick. I was thinking about picking him, but I had a feeling of who I was going to pick in midfield.
Yeah.
And I'm going to move on to my pick in midfield. I'm going to pick an Arsenal player. I think he was actually I think he was quite underrated. He wasn't the injury prone one, but he did suffer with injuries at times. But in terms of he had an underrated technical ability. One of the few good players of his country, could score a goal. I'm going to go Aaron Ramsey. I actually liked watching him play.
Even though he was a curse, like every time he scored, someone died.
yeah. That's been an ongoing curse. Like, you better live like it's the last day of your life when Aaron Ramsey plays.
I think Aaron Ramsey on his day was class.
Mm-hmm.
He proved that on many occasions. I think one of the goals that he scored that sticks in my head was that volley against Galatasaray in the Champions League.
The goal against Fulham?
The goal against Fulham, the back heel, brilliant build-up play. The little flick, I think it was against in the Europa League. I think it was against AC Milan, or Basel.
Yeah, I don't remember that goal. I don't remember the goal.
Yeah, that was our first season that we were at the Champions League for about 21 years. Wenger's last season. No, I don't think it was. I don't think it was Basel or AC Milan. I think it might have been CSKA Moscow. But either way, Ramsey, good pick. Good pick.
Yeah. Yeah, on to you, man.
I've only picked one Liverpool player, haven't I?
Yeah, who have you picked?
I picked Gerrard.
Yeah, so you've only picked one.
See, I don't want to leave myself short because there are 2 options in the defence for Liverpool that I could pick. But I feel like there's more options in terms of centre-back that I could pick who've never won the Premier League than there was in terms of left-back. So I'm going to go with a pretty out-there one.
Okay.
John Arnorisa.
That's a good pick. That's an underrated pick. I think he can hit a ball like mad.
He used to twat it. Release the Kraken.
Yeah, pretty much. He was ridiculous, wasn't he?
Honestly, what a play! He was brilliant for Liverpool. He was brilliant for Roma.
He was good for Fulham.
Yeah, he was good for Fulham as well. I even remember Steve Finnan playing for Fulham.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but I never really got to watch Steve Finnan. But he was class, man.
Yeah, Risa was brilliant.
Yeah. I don't know whether I'm gonna go with. I don't know whether I should. To be honest, the midfield that I actually pictured in my head isn't really balanced, but I don't really care because I can just tell Modric just to sit and control the ball a bit.
I mean, when we're thinking the rules that we've done, where we're picking players who've never won the Premier League, and it's 2 players from each club, we're kind of clutching at straws here.
Yeah.
So I feel like any part of the pitch is going to be unconventional, and it's not going to link in the right way. But I mean, what can you do?
Yeah, because I could go with a right back. I've got one in mind, but I'm not going to say him for now. I'm going to go with a West Ham player.
First one.
Yeah, and I'm going to put him in a 10. I think everyone knows who I'm going to pick.
Payet.
Mr. We've got Payet himself. Obviously.
Do you need to say any more?
Listen, the way he left was sour, but it was just like if you're talking about guys who've only played for 1.5 seasons in the Premier League and leave that much of an impact, there is no debate about how good he actually was himself. The guy is the best player I've still like. In terms of natural football, I'd say second best.
Yeah,
I've watched West Ham because in terms of first best, I'm going to say Ravel Morrison if we're talking pure footballer. But if we're talking about player and application, the guy, I tweeted this earlier today, they couldn't let us have a fully fit Lanzini and Andy Carroll with a happy Dimitri Payet all in the
yeah,
same team because that would be
no.
unfair. Because we would be in Europe nearly every season based off that. Because Payet to Carroll would have been a great partnership, but we never saw it enough.
I feel like as an outsider, obviously with you being a West Ham fan, you're able to speak on this a lot more, in a much more detail than I am. But as an outsider, when it comes to Dimitri Payet, I feel like the situation with him being at West Ham, it was kind of a difficult one because I feel like it was one of them players who elevated your club,
Mm.
but at the same time was, I hate to sound harsh here, but he was at the time too good for what West Ham were.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
You
I
didn't know
feel
why
like
he
it
was
was a
good.
case of, even though he left in a sour way, I feel like it was a case of you guys were enjoying him while he was there.
Yeah, but we weren't thinking that at the time though because the way he left was like if he was going to leave to go back home, he should have left in that summer.
Yeah,
Where don't get me wrong, we did not have to spend money at the time. That transfer window in itself, that summer transfer window, is one of the worst the club has ever done ever. We've done. If I'm listing the likes of players that we replaced, that I could go into that another time. But the fact that we did it in January left it harder for us because it was right in the middle of the season, and we was a one-man team. I'll be like, don't get me wrong, we had players that were performing well then, but for how good he was ahead of everyone else, we was a one-man team. We literally made him have a free role on the pitch. He played off the left technically, but he drifted in everywhere. He could pick up the ball everywhere, do what you want. That was probably one of the last luxury players you'd have in the Premier League at a time where a couple of years later there was no such thing as a luxury player.
yeah,
So that was the thing, and Payet was just one of them where you just enjoy watching him play. He's just one of the most naturally gifted footballers I've ever seen
mm.
at my club. And scored free kicks like it was penalties. Man United, Palace, those are the two that come to mind. Away at Man United, at home against Crystal Palace. I was behind the goal against Crystal Palace, above in a higher
Yeah.
thing, and we
I
didn't even
remember you
know. We
saying,
didn't even know. We didn't even know it was going in. We didn't know where the fuck the ball was going. And the way we just saw it just land like that, I don't even know how to describe the way it landed, but it landed like he didn't kick it properly. It landed like he just kicked it softly, but that's how good it was. Like, Wayne Hennessy could have done fuck all about that.
I mean,
So,
you knew it was a brilliant free kick when as soon as you heard it clip the post.
yeah.
As soon as you heard it clip the post as it went in, you're like, oh my word.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Amazing. On to you, bro.
Now, again, this is going to be another unconventional one.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's a situation where I'm clutching at straws here.
Okay.
And it's going to look quite confusing considering who I'm partnering him against in centre back with
Okay.
Thiago Silva. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to go with Ledley King.
That's a great shout. That's a great
I
shout. I
feel
could
like
back it.
Ledley King, his career was unfortunate. Obviously, he had the same
Yeah.
problem that Michael Richards had. No cartilage in the knee, so it was literally bone on bone.
Yeah.
But when he was 100% fit, he was constantly putting out decent performances for Spurs in a team
Mm-hmm.
that weren't really competing for top four. The most they were looking at was a UEFA Cup spot.
Yeah. Facts. He was an amazing defender. They saved him for big games in the end because he couldn't
Yeah,
play week in, week
yeah,
out.
yeah.
He didn't even train, I don't think, half the time. Like most of the time, but he didn't even train. And he could have been one of the best centre backs there was.
He was Tottenham's Sol Campbell replacement.
Yeah. Yeah. He started in midfield as well.
Did he?
I think he started in midfield. I'm pretty sure. I think or I don't know when he started in midfield actually. I think he started his debut in midfield. I think it was under Hoddle. I think it was under Glenn Hoddle. I think he said that he started in midfield at first. I don't remember though. He
I mean,
started out of
Gerard.
position.
I mean, Gerard started against Tottenham under Houllier at right wing back.
Yeah. Jared played everywhere.
He already said on countless occasions that he in that game against Spurs at right wing back, he was out of his position and out of his depth. Because not
Yeah.
only was he playing out of position, he was up against one of
Hmm.
Tottenham's best players of all time, David Ginola.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
You knew he was in for a tough time, but I guess he
Mm.
did the job because he wanted to play.
Mm. I'm gonna go with another Everton pick. I'm gonna
Ooh,
finish my Everton players because I can't pick another Tottenham player. I can't pick another Arsenal player. Uh, I can pick another Liverpool player, but I'm not gonna pick an old Liverpool defender because all of them were shit when they
mm,
didn't win the Premier League. Uh, well, in my time, I'm not picking. I'm not picking the person I was just thinking of. So I'm gonna pick the other fullback position, a man who isn't great now, but in his day he was
Sh-
really good. Seamus Coleman.
Coleman, yeah,
Yeah, Baines and Coleman together in their
yeah,
prime
yeah.
were sick, like up and down, feeding the balls into Morales, Naismith, Lukaku, them players.
Oh my
Uh,
God, Kevin Morales, Jesus, I ain't heard that name in ages.
yeah, I watched a comp of him today. It's just amazing. He is a good player on his day. Very selfish, but good player. Um, and just in general, I think Baines and Coleman were the most underrated fullback, like partnerships because they're not partnerships directly, but indirectly an indirect partnership going down each side, up and down, good crossers, good defenders. Seamus Coleman's one of the best transfers in history because of the price he went for, as
Yeah,
well. And that's one of the best pieces of business ever. Does need to pack it in. I think it's time for him to just pack
yeah,
it in now.
yeah.
But he's injured again on island duty. I don't know how he's still playing international football. Don't know why he's still playing international football. But he just loves the game. I guess he loves football, but he's injured again for Everton. But in his day, when I was growing up, I saw his pretty much his whole career rise. Amazing player. So
Hundred
I can't
percent.
can't really argue with that.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, yeah, it's you know.
I'm gonna try and find a loophole here
Okay.
because I'm gonna pick a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I can't pick him for Liverpool,
Okay.
but I can pick him for Aston Villa. Pepe Reina.
Oh right, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a very old Pepe Reina.
I mean, he did spend the majority of his time at Liverpool,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping we can allow that loophole because he did play quite a bit
Yeah.
for Villa before Martinez turned up.
I mean, yeah, you can pick him. He never won the Premier League, but it's just a very old Pepe Reina, a very old guy.
I
Um,
remember Pepe Reina at Liverpool being class in penalty shootouts.
yeah, yeah. But you're not picking that version.
I
You're
know.
picking a guy who was in a relegation battle under Dean Smith. But and then again, there's a lot of goalkeepers. There's not really many goalkeepers that you can pick.
No.
Let's be honest. There isn't many goalkeepers you can pick. But I have an idea with one, but I'm not.
Actually, can
You've
I
already
change
picked him.
it?
You've
Oh,
already picked him.
fuck! Fuck!
You've already picked the player, bro.
Fuck!
You've already picked the player.
Fuck!
You've already picked it.
Damn it, because
Uh,
he literally just entered my head as you was doing your pick. Oh, fuck's sake.
okay, we haven't got that many picks left. It's my last three. Um, funny, this one's gone way quicker than the other ones. Um, but it's very rare, and you did this earlier, that's to pick a player from Chelsea that didn't win the Premier League because of the everything kind of overlaps. But I'm going to pick one of Thiago Silva's partners at the time, someone who kind of revived himself in the last few years, especially starting off in the three at the back. And I was very wrong about this guy. I said he was a three at the back merchant when he became good, but he's proven at Real Madrid that he's one of the best centre backs in the world at this current moment in time. I'm going to Antonio Rudiger.
Anthony. Rudiger.
The guy, he proved me wrong. He proved me wrong. I thought he was a three at the back merchant, but honestly, it's very hard to get past him nowadays. And
Yeah,
he is played very well. Again, big game player. Uh, and listen, he can play the four at the back now. He just couldn't under Lampard and Sarri at the time. But sometimes it just depends on the manager and the confidence and circumstances in the end. But
yeah,
a Tuchel revived his career because that guy was like every Chelsea fan wanted to sell him, and then Tuchel put his trust in them, and we saw the fruition of the fruition of that. So Rudiger's my pick, man.
Very, very good pick. I think the last memory I have of Rudiger playing for Chelsea was that goal against Brentford,
Yeah, that was a
where
very
he
good goal. That was
smacked it
really
from
last
about
season.
40 yards, and then ran off with
Yeah,
his tongue out.
yeah. He's a madman as well. He's crazy.
Have you seen the way he runs, bro?
Yeah, he runs like he's just been kicked in the arse all the time.
Oh man, I'm actually fuming about the goalkeeper. I'm actually really fuming about that
Mm.
because I knew who I wanted to pick as well.
Joyce, you can't say it because I haven't picked the goalkeeper yet. So
I'll say it once you pick your keeper.
yeah, but who's your pick
Um,
now?
what positions have I got left? I think I've got right wing and right back.
What's your team so far?
Um, Pepe Reina in goal, John
Mhm.
Arisa at left back, Ledley King and Thiago Silva as my centre backs.
Mhm.
Midfield three of Gerrard, Özil, and who was the other one?
Pogba.
Pogba. And then Walcott on the left and Defoe through the middle.
You got Walcott on the
So,
left.
yeah, I put Walcott on the
So
left.
I'm surprised you didn't put him on the right.
I usually saw him on the left.
Because he played a lot on the right at the back end. Because whenever they
Yeah.
tried to shift him as a striker, they
I
just
felt I
put him
think
back
I
right
think the
wing.
only reason they moved him over to the right was because we didn't really have many options on the right hand side of midfield. We
Mm.
brought Sanchez in, and he was mainly a left sided player.
Mm.
But because we wanted both Walcott and Sanchez in the same team, Walcott got moved out to the right hand side.
But even when Arshavin, even at Arshavin days, he was playing off the right. Arshavin, Van Persie, Walcott, and there was another player just behind. Like around when it was 4-4-2, 4-4-3, 4-3-3 days.
Yeah.
Obviously, he can play off the left, but I remember when he wanted to be a striker, and they played him there, and they were like, "No, get back out to the wing. You're not a striker." But anyway, who's your picker? Who you go with? What
Okay,
position?
I'm gonna change what the situation is because obviously I picked Defoe and Ledley King for Spurs, but obviously we've
Mm,
stated before that we can change who Defoe played for. So I'm
mm,
going to switch him as a Sunderland player. I'm going to make him a Sunderland
okay,
player. I'm going to
okay.
move Walcott over to the right, and I'm going to put
Hmm.
Aaron Lennon on the left.
Okay, okay. That you picked two very right wingers in my opinion. I think Aaron Lennon probably. I think you should probably keep it the way it was. Actually, I can't lie.
What with Lennon on the right?
Yeah, because Aaron
Okay.
Lennon just went zoom down the right. You know on FIFA where you put the right stick and they take the bad touch
Yeah,
going
they
forward.
push it forward.
That was Aaron Lennon's game down
Yeah.
that right. He was electric, a lot of pace. But that's a good pick. That's actually underrated because I was thinking of him, but I didn't know like
I've got a lot of pace in my front
pick him.
three
Oh yeah.
because
That
Defoe was quick as well.
yeah, Defoe was very quick. Defoe was
I
very
didn't
quick.
even I didn't even think about his goal against Newcastle for Sunderland, but that was because I was naming him as a
Oh
Tottenham player at the time.
yeah,
He,
because Defoe played for a few clubs, so
and obviously his relationship with Bradley Lowry as well, RIP.
yeah. Rest in peace.
It was horrible the way he
Yeah,
passed away. Cancer's such a
yeah,
horrible disease.
yeah. Of course. I think also he's kind of like Ronaldo's a Sunderland legend just for keeping him up in that season and also for that relationship with Bradley Lowry as well. Just for he represented the club very well.
Yeah.
They kind of lost that after Allardyce resigned and then Defoe I think Defoe left. He had Moyes for a bit. I think he was still there that season for a bit, but it just it wasn't the same because Allardyce and Defoe had that relationship like
Yeah.
to keep something up. But Lennon as well, Aaron Lennon, decent player like Bale and Lennon down the wings where they had Crouch and Defoe up front. That was dangerous for
I
Tottenham
feel
at the
like
time.
even when Tottenham had Pavlyuchenko up front.
Yeah, Lennon helped him a lot because Pavlyuchenko was fucking struggling sometimes, and then Lennon Bale was just there. We're giving you the ball, sort of thing. You know what? There's a lot of players that we did like Adebayor never won it. Adebayor never won it. He was a decent player.
I'm trying to forget he
But
even exists. Because not only did he score for City and celebrated right in front of our fans, he also went on to play for Spurs. Kind of the similar
Yeah,
way that Spurs fans hate Sol Campbell.
yeah, that's their get back, but not as much because Campbell
Yeah,
won it at their ground.
Adebayor, you fucking scumbag.
I'm struggling. I've said this every draft.
Have you named all your midfielders?
Yeah,
Do you know what name we didn't think of?
who?
Ericsson.
That's a good shout. That's a good shout, to be fair. But I had Modric and Bale.
Yeah.
Like,
You could have picked Ericsson for United.
why would I ever do that?
Or even Brentford.
Yeah, even that. Like, it was 6 months. Ericsson from Man United is fucking Cino.
Do you remember when I think it was Brandon Williams had a tussle with Ericsson when he was at
Yeah,
Brentford? He went to
realised
grab
it was
Ericsson by the throat, realised it was Ericsson and hugged him.
Yeah, I remember.
Even Ericsson was like, whoa, okay.
Ericsson was trying not to laugh. Goalkeeper is a struggle for me. There were some good mid-table goalkeepers back in the day. Shea Given was one. Brad Friedel was one. I can't pick Tim Howard. I can't. I can listen. I've got a few in mind. Have you picked your goalkeeper?
Yeah, I picked Pepe Reina, didn't I?
Yeah. So I'm going to list a few goalkeepers that I had in mind that I'm going to list off just for the fun of it. Jääskeläinen for either Bolton or West Ham. Great goalkeeper. I could pick Fabianski for West Ham or Swansea.
Or Arsenal.
Yeah, I probably won't pick him for Arsenal, but he was...
yeah, he was back at Arsenal. He was known as Flappy Hansky.
Yep. He kind of revived him, so I could pick Areola from now, but I could pick Brad Friedel. Brad Friedel was good back in the day for Aston Villa. I know he played for Tottenham as well. But I'm going to go with the current player. I'm going to go with Emi Martinez. Fuck yeah. I think he's a good modern day keeper.
Massive shithouse.
Better than pretty much, I think, apart from maybe Friedel, like, he's better than Friedel, but Friedel was that good, in my opinion. But Martinez, he's probably better than all the keepers I named, barring Jääskeläinen in his prime.
Can I name the other goalkeeper that I was thinking of?
Who was it?
Paul Robinson.
That's a shout as well. He was up there. I was thinking of him. Ben Foster.
He scored. No, yeah. Ben Foster was part of the United squad that won the league.
Oh, or wasn't he? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he might. You probably were. Was he at
United? Was he at United in the 08-09 season?
Probably. He might have been loaned out though. But hold on, Ben Foster. He might have won it still. Having just played 23 times for Manchester United, although he played in Cup Winners. Yeah, I don't think he did win it.
So you could go Ben Foster, but you've already gone Emi Martinez.
Martinez better than Ben Foster.
Yeah, to be fair, it's not even really a contest.
Foster was a great Premier League keeper. Don't get me wrong, but
brilliant Martinez, YouTuber.
Yeah, brilliant YouTuber as well.
Big up the cycling GK.
He only won the Football League Cup twice in 08, 09, 09, 10. So yeah, because he probably didn't get enough appearances.
He said about the League Cup finals. It was one against Villa and one against Spurs. I can't remember which one went to penalties, but he did well in the shootout.
Yeah, he did. I was actually no, I can't say that. No, it's your turn. Who's your last pick?
My last pick's a right back, and this is where I'm going to struggle. Oh man. I'm trying to think here because there's not been many.
That Seamus Coleman pick's looking good though.
Yeah, that Seamus Coleman pick's coming clutch.
Yeah,
that's coming clutch right now, bro. Honestly, oh man. I don't want it to get so bad that I have to end up putting a centre back at right back.
Like the first one.
Yeah. Someone like Richard Dunn or some shit like that.
You can't put him right back. You cannot put Richard Dunn right back. That man, that cat is too slow to play right back. You don't even think he played right back.
Oh fuck.
I can think of a couple average ones that never won the Premier League. Or just go with a nowadays one. Just go with a current one. Because I'll go with Martinez.
Okay. Fuck it. I'll go with Reece James.
That's a good pick. That's a really good
Because
pick.
when fit, Reece James is brilliant.
I probably
When
should've
fit.
picked him. Yeah. Yeah, facts. The problem is you can't go with a current Chelsea centre back now because they're all fucking shit. But
Exactly.
so yeah, Reece
Paddy
James is a good
Shield,
shot.
Dizazi, they're all crap.
Yeah, that's the thing with the average right backs back in the day. Alan Hutton never won it. Could have gone Alan Hutton. Could have gone.
I could have gone with him for Villa, bro.
I don't think he ever played in the Prem for Villa though. I
He
think was in
did.
the
He did.
Championship.
He did.
Or the back end. Oh yeah, he did. You could have gone with Angel Rangel from Swansea.
From Swansea.
You could have gone. I don't actually know. You could have gone with Phil Bardsley. I think he might have won it.
What, Stoke?
He might. No, Man United. I don't think he was at Man United for a bit.
I could have even gone with Wan-Bissaka.
You could have gone with Wan-Bissaka. You could have got Ben White.
He will win the Premier League, whether it be this season or a season in the future. He will win the Premier League. I'm certain of it.
No, if you keep getting injuries.
Oh, fuck's
if
sake,
you
man! How is it that we finished yesterday's video and it pops up on my Instagram that Martin Odegaard's picked up an injury on international duty?
For those that are watching this, we're recording this on a Tuesday. We're recording all the drafts in a row. That's why we're wearing the same clothes. But yeah, that literally, as soon as we ended the stream, Alfie texted me to say that Odegaard's got injured. Obviously, as you're seeing this right now, you'll see this probably this draft after the North London derby. So whatever, but we've recorded this ages ago.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm hoping I'm predicting the future here. Odegaard's okay to play against Spurs.
Definitely not. He was in
even
crutches,
though he probably isn't. Even though he isn't.
He was in crutches. He's not playing.
We're fucked.
It's Tottenham, man. It's Tottenham. But centre back. On to my last pick. Centre back. This is why I struggle. Again, Richard Dunn. I'm not picking I could pick him for Man City or Aston Villa. I'm not picking him. I'm not picking Clint Hill. I'm not picking back in the day centre backs. Ryan Shawcross. I'm not picking Ryan Shawcross. I'm not picking
Shawcross was a dirty bastard.
Yeah. The only two, but the two that I'm gutted about that I can't pick, and again, Everton, Distan and Jagielka, they would have been good picks. Distan was a good player. Jagielka was a good player. I can't
That goal
pick
against Liverpool.
Yep. I can't pick Ron Vlaar. I could pick Ron Vlaar, but he played. I'm not going to. He was a good player, but I want to pick someone a bit better. Ashley Williams was there, played for Swansea. Maybe not for the Everton one, but the Swansea one was good. I'm not going to pick Daniel Agger. Not that I don't even think I can, because I think I can. Technically, I can, but this is the problem now. I've got to really be. This isn't really the time to be picky, because there isn't many good centre backs that have not won the Premier League. However, I've got to think about to my mid-table knowledge, or I can just pick a current one of a centre back now. But in terms of centre backs now, there isn't many good centre backs now, but there weren't many good centre backs then in terms of the mid-table aspect. I can't pick a Tottenham centre back either because I picked two Tottenham players.
Have you picked how many Arsenal? I was going to say because you could have picked Saliba.
I can't pick Koscielny. Oh right, yeah. I could have picked Saliba, Gabriel. I can't even pick like Koscielny or Mertesacker from back in the day. I can't even pick Vertonghen or Alderweireld, which I should have probably picked one of them because those.
Or Chorluka, Kabul.
Yeah, Chorluka. Yeah, Kabul. I'm trying to think of a gem. Is there any gems that I missed out on?
Breda Hangeland from Fulham.
Hangeland's a shout. Hangeland's a shout from Fulham. I'm gonna stick with. Do you know what, I'm gonna stick with Ashley Williams, Swansea.
Yeah,
he was good at Swansea. I like that.
Swansea. Yeah, he was decent at Swansea.
Williams and Rudiger. Rudiger can carry Ashley Williams. That's a weird partnership, but he can carry Williams.
Yeah,
But that
Thiago
is
Silva will
team.
carry Ledley King.
Yeah, but that's an even better partnership. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna read my team up first.
Okay.
Emi Martinez in goal. Seamus Coleman, Antonio Rudiger, Ashley Williams, Leighton Baines. Midfield and Modric, Ramsey and Payet. Front three are Bale, Suarez, and Alexis Sanchez.
Decent
What's your
team.
team? Yeah, decent team.
In
I like
goal,
it.
I've gone with Pepe Reina.
hmm
Back four of John Arisa, Ledley King, Thiago Silva, and Reece James.
hmm
Midfield three of Steven Gerrard, Paul Pogba, and Mesut Ozil. And a
hmm
front three of Aaron Lennon, Theo Walcott, and Jermaine Defoe.
Mm. I think if I'm speaking objective in this one, I think I might edge this one. But I think you
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
better. I think you got. I think you got a better defense. But I think. Oh, well, you got a better centre back pairing. I think I got a better full back pairing balance wise. But I think I might edge this one. I think I might finally won a draft. This one. But listen, the comments are there. If you guys are watching it, enter this one as well. Let us know who you think won this one. These drafts have been fun. Probably gonna do more. These are probably gonna be a permanent thing because we can do so many of these.
yeah.
Alfie's link is in the title, people. So go and subscribe to him. But go check out the previous two drafts if you haven't already. The all-time Premier League and all-time Champions League draft. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. GVO Mike's at Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.